Don't be afraid to embrace your dreams, and even if you're doing it alone, step out. Take that leap of faith, because that leap of faith is going to reward you in the end. When you do it when you're scared, when you do it when you're lost, you reap good benefits because you literally faced your fears and you done it alone. You did it without a lot of resources. You went out and traveled and hunted, and you put the work in to make your dreams come true without needing applaud. And you know that at the end of the day that you are the best. You are the star. So if you're the star, move as such. Even through the midst of depression, the midst of feeling helpless, no support, still move like the star, Queen of Pentacles. Okay, still move with that energy of Empress, and still move like the energy of a king, of an emperor. Okay, because it's going to reward you in the end. If you trust yourself, you trust your guidance, you listen to your intuition, and you go out and face the world, face your fears, and allow yourself to go through failures just so that you can learn and be able to control the world, which is a stage. And as you go out there and you realize you have the control to shift your reality and control the stage, it'll make your journeys easier, because it's like you have the script of life already as you go through the obstacles. And as you go out there and you put your best foot forward, you'll meet others on the like-minded frequency of you, and you'll meet others on the journey as well, and it'll add into like the unity of working, collaborating with people, businesses. It'll be bright and lovely if you just take that first leap. Like, you're a baddie, you're sexy, like you're very handsome, like your personality, sell your personality, because like it'll benefit you in the end. Like, you know, don't keep the spark within you doormatted. Go out there and, you know, do it scared, do it alone, do it fearful. Just do it like Nike, and I promise you, like, it'll be the best reward that you could have ever done for yourself. And they say that the things that like scare us the most are the things that are really going to benefit us in the end, because what we're scared of is something that maybe getting too much fame. You might be scared of the pressures and what you might have to deal with more money, more problems, or more status, more people watching. But just get used to like the eyes watching you, and still being yourself. Like, be who you are behind closed doors when you are in the mirror and you're dancing and you're being sexy. Choose to be that as you are, because if you just allow yourself to still bring your shadow to the reality, and still, keep some things like where you don't have to show everything, but you can show the things that, like your thoughts. A lot of your thoughts should be spoken about in rooms. It should be spoken about, and it should be heard, and it should be validated, and you should get the resources of everything that you want to find out. So it's like when you talk, you communicate, and you go out there and you seek and find and search for things that can give you the answers to what you're seeking for, and finding meaning to life, and going out there and loving yourself. You speaking up for yourself and going out and doing the things that scare you the most is what's going to benefit you in the end. April 1st is coming up, and this is the year, like I said, the horse year, like where you're getting nudges to go after your dreams and chase your dreams and do the unthinkable, do something that you never could have thought you could have never seen yourself doing this, but it's beneficial for you. It's something that allows you to step into your confidence, and now you're facing your fears by speaking on things that you would have never thought. And you're just like, wow, like now I'm speaking amongst crowds and presentations, and I thought that I would be too scared to speak, or I thought that I wouldn't sing amongst performances, but now I'm embracing that change, and I'm embracing the fact that, I might feel anxiety, you feel your heart beating out your chest, but when you do something and you're in the midst of it, and then you start to see how this feeling of humiliation ritual, like, wow, I'm not used to doing this, I'm not used to going after things that I truly want and desire. I'm not used to feeling this or eyes on me. But as you're doing it and you're embracing your fears, and you're seeing that, wow, I had this talent all along to speak to people, to communicate to people, to travel amongst different countries and states and just see the world without the fear of, what if I don't make it? What if I fail? What if this happens? But it's no longer what if things go wrong, but it's now what if things go right. And that's how you should treat it. Like, look at things like, what if things go right, instead of looking at what if it goes wrong, because now you're looking at a different perception on life itself, and you're viewing your circumstances, and you're saying to yourself that this is not my final destination. I must live, I must continue to go on, and I'm going to do the things that I'm most scared of, because that's where the rewards are at the end, because you embraced something within you that was dormanted maybe for a while, and you activated it when you decided to say, YOLO. You only live once. You don't only live once, but that's a good, that's a good slogan to start off, to motivate yourself to be like, listen, let me do it, let me get to it, let me do it alone, let me do it scared, let me do it broke, let me just do it, okay? Let me just put my best foot forward, let me attract people who align with my work, and so be it, so mote to be. Like, that's the energy that we're going into as we're in Aries right now. Aries is pushing us to continue to chase our dreams. Don't give up, because the next day might be the day you make it. And in general, it's like humbling beginnings, and embrace the journey, the spiritual journey, embrace the feelings and emotions, and just step into the best life that you planned and have for yourself. Step into those thoughts that you think about becoming or wanting to get into, and do the things that you're most afraid of, because that is where you will reap a lot of benefits, good benefits and rewards for doing things that you thought wasn't possible for yourself, because you took your best foot forward and you decided to do it, no matter if you don't have support or not, or if you do have support but you don't want to take that step because you're afraid. But when you do things in that state of mind and you say, listen, I'm going to get through it anyway, I don't care about the negative thoughts that come into my mind, I know that I am going places. I won't allow my past, my trauma to dictate my future. So I am going to step into that energy. Continue to love yourself, continue to give yourself grace, and don't be so hard on yourself. Like, just like you act, like how you act in love is the way you should treat yourself. When you're in love with someone, you should treat yourself like that as well. So don't be down on yourself when things don't go quite right, because at the end of the day, it's shifting you to your aligned purpose. So the things that don't work out, it shifts you to places where you need to be. This is your lane. So when you stay true to the code, stay true to yourself, stay true to who you are, and you don't doormat your personality, you don't stoop low just to fit in or just to be at someone else's table, you realize you are the table, you are the party, you are the beginning to the end, and you operate in that type of energy, and you attract like-minded people like that, and along the way you guys create something very special, and you learn more things about life, and it gives you like certain answers and clarity that you've been looking for your whole entire life, when you accept change into your life, when you accept that you are human. You may feel like you don't deserve certain things because of how things might be going too much good. Like, some people feel like when things are going too much good, there has to be bad following, but it's not following, it's just you stepping into your power and what comes with that, good and bad, pros and cons. But as you learn to operate and move and go after your dreams and face your fears, you will realize that I don't have to try too hard, I don't have to do too much, I don't have to pretend, I don't have to be something I'm not. I can be truly who I am, and whoever follows, who doesn't, all fares well. No hard feelings. I'm going to continue to be who I am and step into the energy that pushes me to chase my dreams, get that business I want, get them complete school, do things that I want to see the achievements of, and believing in yourself even when times are hard, allowing myself to cry when needed to release, doing things that shift me into the better, shift me into the energy that I always wanted to see myself in, that I truly am. So it's just looking within yourself and adapting to the change, and realizing that just because certain things are happening amongst me, it doesn't mean that things are not going to go well in my life, or things are going to happen to me, good or bad. So you're learning the ins and outs of life, and learning to accept and be, and not really focused on being a perfectionist anymore, but allowing yourself to just be, learn, experience, and grow. And beautiful babies, we know that times feel very hard sometimes, like it feels like you're the only one that's doing it, but trust your spirit guides, trust your ancestors, trust in whatever you believe in, stick to the code, stay disciplined, stay militant, stay focused, stay consistent. The most important thing is to be consistent. Even if you don't see the workings, like the after effects of the hard work that you did, continue to still be consistent and don't give up, because like I said, that one day things can really just pop up. All of a sudden you see the likes that you wanted, you got a label contract that you wanted to sign to, or you got into that fashion show that you always wanted to do. Things are infinite and anything can happen.